69 Canadians are giving up their holidays this year, joining the battle against massive wildfires in Australia. The deployment comes after that country asked the Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Centre for help. The first Canadian crew left on December 3rd, the second contingent with 30 people taking off on the 19th, and a third set of 18 will be leaving on the 30th. The Canadian squad has members from Newfoundland and Labrador, Quebec, Yukon, Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC. All of them scheduled to be away for a little more than a month. Officials at CIFC say Canada has asked Australian firefighters for help 4 times since 2015, but this is the first time Canada is returning the favor. And even though they won't all be fighting fires on the front lines, many will be playing other crucial roles in command, aviation, planning, logistics, and operations.
We've been in that situation in this country. In Australia, as well as other countries, have came in and supported us. So they understand what it means to make those sacrifices. About 200 wildfires continue to burn in Australia, with about 100 of those in New South Wales alone. Record high temperatures and strong southerly winds have been fanning the flames, and authorities warn they don't expect rainfall to make a significant impact to the bushfires until January or even February. The wildfires have killed 9 people, including 2 Australian volunteer firefighters. About 900 homes have been destroyed and thousands of animals killed, and some 3 million hectares of land has been torched.
When it came in like 3 or 4 minutes, just a big plume of black smoke and then ember fall out. So I ran around all the buildings and turned the pumps on, and I ran to my ute, but my yard was already on fire here, and the driveway was on fire and the road was on fire, so I realised I couldn't evacuate. So the day before, I had actually built myself a small kiln down the back. And a coffin-sized kiln, just big enough for me to crawl in, so I hid in there for half an hour while the firestorm went over.
Amid all the devastation, every now and then, some touching images surface, like this video of firefighters taking a few minutes to offer water to a thirsty and exhausted koala bear. Meanwhile, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison has faced extensive criticism for taking a family vacation to Hawaii while his country burns. Even though he cut his trip short to return to Sydney, he continues to defend his government's climate policy, rejecting calls to downsize Australia's lucrative coal industry.
You don't run government on sentiment, you run government on the facts, and you run government on what you need to do to protect our environment and its sustainability for the future, to protect our economy and the jobs and the livelihoods that Australians depend on.
Morrison says he won't do away with thousands of jobs despite climate activists and environmentalists around the world citing climate change as a major factor leading to the country's record-breaking wildfire season. For City News, I'm Ginella Massa.